Hola everyone, please subscribe to my channel and press the notification bell. Let's go straight ahead to our recipe for today. All right, so we're gonna make tilapia. I serve this tilapia with couscous or atseke if you want. This tilapia is amazing. I use two methods of grilling it. I use the oven grill and stove top. Yes, stove top, guys. And the sauce that I served with this atseke and tilapia, you're not gonna believe how I came up with that sauce. It was the tastiest and very good sauce. Okay, so let's get started, guys. All right, make sure your tilapia is well cleaned. Make sure all the gills, the scales, the guts are out. Mine was pre-gutted when I bought it, but I still have to clean it up. So make sure everything is well cleaned. You can use some lemon juice in water or vinegar to clean your tilapia. And the seasoning I use in this recipe, I used 2 small onions. I use unpeeled ginger. I use 4 cloves of garlic. I use some thyme and parsley. All right, so if you have been following my channel, you will know that I always encourage people to use whatever they have. You can make it happen. This is what I have in my fridge, and that is what I'm going to use. You can use rosemary if you want. If you have dry stuff like oregano, dried rosemary, use it, guys. Use whatever you have. You can make it happen. Okay, let's cut up our onions. Roughly cut up your onion. Because it's going to go into the blender, you don't need to chop it up. Just cut it up roughly. Right there. So the story to this parsley in this recipe is the last time I cooked, I realized I needed parsley and I didn't have parsley. So my husband was in town and I asked him if he can get me a bunch of parsley. He came back with a whole forest of parsley. So I have parsley, lots of parsley in my fridge. I have to utilize them. Okay guys, that is why it's in here. You don't need parsley in here at all. I'm just utilizing what I have, and that's what you should do. Incorporate whatever you have in the house, okay? Yes, so we're ready. We're going to put all these items in the blender. Here is this 1 shrimp cube from Maggie, and I have a tablespoon of salt that I'm going to add to the mixture after blending it. I'm not going to add it now. And we're not going to use water, so we're going to use oil. And this is my oil that I'm using. Add a generous amount because you need oil as a coating or whatever in your... I use a leftover oil that I use to fry something, so use what you have. I'm going to cover this up and we're going to blend it. All I want to say, whilst you are blending the spices to season this fish, make sure you make some incision in this fish so that it can be well seasoned for you. You need to make those incisions so that the spices can get in there. A Ghanaian will say, into every corner. The salt here, this is the good time to add my salt. If you have seafood seasoning, you can add it to this spice. I have Old Bay, and that is what I'm going to use. Make sure you taste your seasoning. Make sure it's up to your taste. Now you're going to pat dry your tilapia. You don't want water in there. You don't need it to be diluting your spices down. So well dried up your tilapia, okay? All right, so we're done with seasoning. We're gonna let it sit for some time and let it really marinate. And also you can choose how long you want to let this sit to really get marinated, from 12 hours if you want. So if you want to do it overnight prior to the cooking, yeah, you could do it overnight and keep it in your fridge whilst you go through the cooking process. But I'm just gonna leave this for just for an hour because I really want some tilapia today. All right, so our fish have been marinating for an hour now. We forgot to use the lemon juice that I said, so I'm going to cut it up right now and add it to the marinade right now. So hold on. So yeah, we have half of the lemon. We need the juice. We forgot to add it. So here. So yeah, and I want to make sure all my seasoning is in the right places, so I want to actually use my hand to make sure this thing is really seasoned and marinated. So here, veggies are ready. What I'm going to do right now is to season it up a little bit. I don't like stuff that just plain. So I have my salt here. I'm just going to season it with a little salt, like so. That's enough. So this is ready. Like I told you, we're going to use two system of grilling today. I'm going to do this on the stove, so I'm just going to put it on this griddle and on the stove top like that, and make sure it's on the middle side, and then the fish will be on the middle. Perfect. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to do the other one in the oven grill. Okay, before you do that, make sure you grease your rags. You can use cooking spray. If you don't have cooking spray, just use oil with brush. I have cooking spray, so I'm going to just make sure this is nicely oiled so that the fish doesn't stick on it. Okay, there. And if you don't have cooking spray, you can use oil with some brush like this one, and just this side on, because you have a lot of spices, like so. Yes, guys. I better open this window before it starts smoking. Yep. Yes, guys. And we're going to do the oven one. This will go into the oven, okay? So big. Woo. And we're going to broil this for 15 minutes, and we bring it out and flip it, okay? So it looks like our heat is too high, so I turn it down to low. And I want to make sure this thing is not burnt, so I'm going to turn it in. Just make sure it's not burnt. Okay, it's not burnt. It looks beautiful. Oh my God, guys. Look at this. Beautiful tilapia. Woohoo! So I turn it on low so the fish can cook to the inside. I don't want it to be. I'm going to cover it up with some aluminum foil just to trap the heat in so that it can cook very well. We have a lot of seasoning left, and we cannot let this go waste. We're going to fry it and make it a sauce. I'm going to add, just chop up some onions and pepper, add it to it and fry it and make it a sauce. You can eat that with the fish. Let's check on the fish. This fish is cooking really nice. At this point, I want to add the veggies so that it can cook with the fish. Right, so we're gonna heat this up and fry this. I chopped a little bit of onions and spicy pepper. I'm gonna add to it right here. So let's heat it up. Let's check on our fish. Oh my god, this is so beautiful. This is doing so well. I want to turn it around. I want to just flip it and make sure it's cooked. Gently flip this. You don't want to break your fish, so be gentle with it. Okay, here we go, guys. Look at this. Look at how beautiful this fish is. It's so nicely cooked, and every juice. Look at how juicy. It did not lose moisture at all. It's so juicy. So yes, hey baby, you up? Oh boy, people are up, and my veggies are also looking good. Looks like they are really cooked. So I'm gonna leave this open because the foil did its job. It looks like it's cooked in there. I'm just gonna leave it for it to cook further. So we're gonna add this to it. I'm gonna leave just a little for the fish in the oven if it needs. If I flip it and I need more seasoning, so I can add it. So I'm leaving this little one on the side. I'm gonna continue frying this one and use it as a sauce. So this is it. This fish is cooked. Look at it. It's cooked and it's juicy. Look at that juice in there. It's juicy. Juicy. Yes. We're gonna check on the one in the oven as well, okay? So this one is in the oven and it's doing so well, looking so beautiful. And so at this point, I decided to add the veggies to it so it can get cooked and soak in some of the juice from the fish, okay? So I'm going to add my veggies at this point. And oh, I think I have to flip it and allow the other side to cook. Listen, I did not cook this fish in the main oven. The side of the oven I use is the broiler. Okay, so that is how I got this color to the fish. You use the broiler side, and the other side of the fish is absolutely raw when you use the broiler. So you need to flip this around. You got to be careful when you are doing this so you don't break your fish. Look at that. It's raw. It's not cooked on this side at all. So you definitely need to, flip it around, and also make sure you baste this side as well. That is why I left that left over seasoning, so I can use it to baste this side. Guys, bear with me with the noise at the background. The keys are up. Okay, so the fish is out of the way. We're gonna do our atseke at this time. I need to season it with some salt, Make sure you season your Atseke very well. You're gonna need salt and Maggie cube. The Maggie cube I used is the little square one from Maggie. You need that to season it and taste it and make sure it tastes good, okay? You can get this Atseke from African market or any supermarket that they sell international food. Go to the international aisle and you're gonna find this Atseke. Some are in boxes, some are in freezer section in plastic bags. And the method I used to cook my Atseke is steaming. I steamed my Atseke, okay? I steamed it, so make sure you taste your Atseke before you do that. And I use these dried corn husks to cover the bottom. I'm just going to give it a quick rinse and use it to cover the bottom before I pour my Atseke in there. And you do not really need to steam your Atseke. You can cook it in microwave. Depending on your microwave watts, you can use 5 minutes to 10 minutes. And just make sure your container you're using the microwave is microwave safe, and cover it up so you can trap in the steam in there to keep your Atseke moist and not dried up, okay? So as you know, I love veggies. I have some green beans or string beans. I'm just gonna throw into the steam pan after the Atseke is done. This is just gonna be on the side of my dish. It's not necessary you have to do that. If you love veggies, whatever you have, just steam it and add it to your dish, okay? And make sure you've been stirring your Atseke every 2 minutes. It's very important as you taste it and make sure it tastes good. Right now our Atseke have been cooking for about 10 minutes and it's ready to be served, guys. It is ready to be served. So like I said, make sure it tastes good. All right, look at this, guys. Moist. Oh Jesus, so moist and fluffy. Wow. It tastes good. And I'm gonna wipe my pan because there's some water in there. And here we go. Look at that, guys. Look at that. And you can garnish this Atseke with whatever you want. You can use parsley, you can use what's the name, spring onions or green onions. I am going to use red onions to season my Atseke. As you can see, beautiful. And I'm glad I decided to use red onions because, guys, believe it or not, it is so crunchy in there and it gives it some flavor. It's amazing. I actually don't like raw onions, but with this raw onion in Atseke, nothing is better than this. Amazing. Just look at that. Look at this Atseke. Look at this beautiful Atseke, guys. Remember to give me thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you've not done that yet. Please do that for me. And our green beans is ready as well. It is soft and well cooked. Yes. Time to serve our fish as well. We're gonna serve the stovetop fish for now, and we check on the oven one later. We made it. Look at this fish. Look at this fish, guys. It's ready. And look at these veggies. Well grilled, nicely grilled vegetables. Sorry, I have to keep the audio mute because the kids were making too much noise at the background. So bear with me, okay? I'll keep muting and unmuting. All right, so oh my goodness. Look at how beautiful this fish is, guys. Let's check the one in the oven and we're gonna serve that as well. Woohoo! This is also ready. As you can see, it's ready. I like my proteins well done. My fish, my meat, everything should be well done. So you can see this is really grilled. I want to just turn this around to make sure the heads are on the same direction. And also I just flipped it to make presentation good because I want the other side looks a little more presentable than the other side. Yes, look at this fish, guys. You can serve this fish with banku or you can even eat it with rice. I actually serve it with Atseke. Look at how beautiful. It's so easy. You do not need to fry your fish ever again. What do you think, Mr. Kipeli?
Sumptuous.
Sumptuous, right?
Absolutely.
Yes. Guys, you heard him, right? My sweetheart says it's sumptuous. Yes, and he did not even tell a lie. It was amazing. Guys, I want to thank you so much for joining me once again to make this beautiful fish. Look at that. Just look at that. Look at this fish. It's so easy to make, guys, especially the one made in grilled in the oven. If you use the broiler, you just need 15 minutes. Look at how juicy. It did not even dry it out at all. Thank you guys so much for joining me again. Ciao.
Dr. J on the beat. J on the beat.